in any industry that you want to go into, it does not have to be tech, but let's take tech for an example, because that's an area that's hot right now. That's an area that a lot of people are trying to get into. In any industry that you go into, every industry they have top companies that are like the name companies of that industry. For tech, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 10 companies. Those outside of the main companies that everybody talks about, I have a total of 10 on my list that I tell people to look into. Those 10 companies are Microsoft, Amazon, Cisco, IBM, Google, Meta, Apple, Samsung, NetApp, Intel. All of those companies are parent companies, right? So you want to go and start at the parent company first. So those companies are parent companies, are companies that own other companies, right? Mm-hmm. So the parent company, you go through each lineage of the parent company to determine if there are any positions that match your skill set. So if you pick a parent company, you apply first to that parent company. You see if they don't have any positions, or even if they do have positions that match your skill set, all you do is you Google or you Bing or whatever streaming service that you use, you go, what are the child companies or subsidiaries of this company, whatever company you're choosing. You then take all of the subsidiaries that the search engine gives you, and you apply across the board to all of those child companies. As you click down, you'll start to, in your research, you'll start to find like startup companies, nonprofit organizations, and even partnership companies that other child companies are kind of in partnership with, that you may not even know existed. So the only reason why I did this was, only reason why I kind of had this idea was I was on LinkedIn one Saturday when I probably should have been doing other stuff, but I was on LinkedIn one Saturday, and I happened to look up this company called NetApp. The only reason why I know what NetApp is because NetApp has a campus that's by my house. So NetApp has a child company called Spot. So LinkedIn was just helping me drill down, and I was like, it said Spot by NetApp. And I was like, oh, that means NetApp must own Spot. And then I went to Spot, and then it said Clicker, part of Spot by NetApp. And I was like, Like I literally went, okay, what's Clicker? So then I went to Clicker, and I was like, I didn't even know this was a thing. So then I said to myself, if we take all of the major companies of tech, we apply to the positions that we meet minimum qualifications for, and then we take all of the companies that these tech companies own, and we apply there if they have separate applicant tracking systems, because some of the child companies may have the same applicant tracking system as the parent company. So it just may take you back up to the parent company. If it doesn't, apply to the companies that have a different applicant tracking system. And then I started to think, I wonder if we can drill down a little more. We can start finding some like tech startups and nonprofits that are connected. And the more I started to talk through this, the more, and I started to kind of give people this advice, the more companies I found that I didn't even know existed either. So if you take these top 10 tech companies, you go through all of those companies, and you take each company one by one, all 10, and you go through the lineage of their company, you'll find a bunch of companies that you didn't know existed, because everybody's paying attention to these top 10 companies. So I wonder if I can lessen my competition because everybody else is paying attention to all the big name companies. If I lessen my competition by going to the child company in the middle or at the bottom, I've broken into the industry that I want to go into. Now, if I really want to work for the parent company, all I got to do is work my way up, because I already work for their subsidiary.
Mm-hmm. That's
only tech. So think about if you did the same thing for healthcare, same thing for manufacturing and oil and gas, and then energy and utilities, and think about like higher education, automotive, and retail. Think about if you did it like literally job search that way.